You've seen me go from 0 to 100k. I'm now sitting at this 6-figure business mark, right? But what does it take to get to 8 figures? We're gonna break it down all in this video, so stay tuned and follow along with me. So my scaling journey and what's ahead, right? I started with just a laptop and a dream. Sales in 1 year, 25k. That's pretty modest. That's humble. I'm growing my business. I'm learning the skills in order to develop myself and building the foundation, right? Keeping it strong. But today we're sitting at 134,000 annually with the potential for even greater at the end of the year. So challenges persist, but I'm pushing through in order to build it to greatness, right? Reaching 7 figures isn't just about a number. It's about building something sustainable, impactful, and legacy worthy. So I'm going to try and do that. And here's the steps I'm going to take. So the scaling roadmap, right? So I'm starting to develop automations to make everything as streamlined as possible. I'm starting to think about and develop certain teams in place. So different people to target the social media aspect, different people for the packaging and the fulfillment of orders, making sure everything's set up so I can become and stay the brains of the operation and everything is not just reliant on myself, right? Because a 7-figure business does not just rely on one person. And then I'm making all these data-driven decisions in everything that I do. I have stats available, everything on the Excel documents, and I can refer to them if I need to make a conscious decision. The growth phase, so expanded offerings. I'm starting to think about different ways to offer to my audience, increase traffic in my meta ads, as well as targeting through other ad schemes. And I'm doing my best to maximize my conversions on all those ad revenues, right? The foundation phase. So this is all about solid business model, core products, and a defined audience. And this is something that I already have in place. So I already have everything in place here. So foundation phase, solid business model, core products, and a defined audience. I already have all these things in place. This is all in terms of the pyramid I have in front of me. I've developed this core business part of the pyramid. I'm starting to build up into the scaling part, right? So the journey isn't linear. Each phase builds upon the previous one. Foundation phase, 0 to 100k, and growth phase and scaling phase, I believe, fit both in between the 100k and the 7 figures bracket, right? Streamlining operations. So identifying repetitive tasks, track time usage, find patterns, target high frequency activities. So if I can figure out a better way to do the social media and a quicker process for it, I will try to do that. And I'll find different parts that these can be targeted to. Implementing automations on that. So if I can find a way to target automations in the emailing and have someone be able to automate it as best as they can. So there's now auto DM functions you can do. You can set up different AI robots to reach out to people and have those auto DMs and reaching, hey, here's a sticker discount code. If you want it, here's my website. There's different stuff like that. Delegate and outsource, so hire specialists for non-core activities and build trusted partnerships. So trying to find a fulfillment agency in order to send out my stickers is what I'm trying to do. Create systems, document process, build scalability frameworks, enable growth. So I've developed an SOP for all of my business strategies. And so all that someone needs to do if they've jumped on board onto my business is follow along with those SOPs, and they'll have a good understanding of how the business works. I'm also putting in place videos with those SOPs. So all they will need to do if they don't fully understand the text in place, and after watching that video, if they don't fully understand what needs to be done, that could be on myself and just learning the process of developing the best SOP as possible. But it could also be that that individual is not the best fit for my business and what I need to be doing. Scaling your marketing. So target audience, define specific customer segments with detailed personas. I think I already have a well-built avatar, but there's always a work of art. I can always develop the avatar better. Maybe I need to target business people a lot more, people that have had their business already set up and have a logo in place. I need to target them better with certain ads. Now that's something I think I'm falling back on, but this is always a a work in progress. Multi-channel approach, combine paid ads, influencers, and organic content. I'm doing my best to find other ways for the paid ads. Organic content, there's always room for improvement there. And then the influencer space, I'd love to approach more influencers and give my stickers to them so then they can spread it through all of their followers. And it's another way to get my brand out there. And then hopefully that can build me to the 7-figure mark. Optimize and scale. Double down on winners, cut losers, and test new approaches. So as I was saying, I have Excel spreadsheets on everything that I do, and especially with the ads, I will have how much I'm spending on it, what are the impressions, what's the click-through rate, what's the total ROA on those ads, and so everything I will be doing is data driven, so I can optimize and scale those ads. And then measure results. So as I was saying, track ROAS, CAC, and conversion rates on everything that I'm putting out there. Brand identity, visual consistency, maintain the uniform colors, the fonts, imagery across all touch points, especially if I'm starting to build other parts of social media. I'll try to keep that brand awareness live. Same as if I'm starting to do different merches and stuff like that, keep the brand aesthetic right. And I want it to be instantly recognizable. Authentic storytelling, share your journey, values, and mission, connect emotionally with audience through consistent messaging. So all my emails I'm putting out, any future YouTube that I put out, I want to be able to continue that great storytelling aspect. Custom experience, deliver on promises at every stage, from website to packaging to support, create memorable interactions. This is something I plan to stay consistent all the way up through to the 7-figure mark. And then a little bit what I was speaking about before, create merch to expand upon the brand with shirts, hoodies, caps, etc. to allow customers to represent the brand. And if people rep it, other people will see it and they will want to be a part of the brand and what I'm about. And I'm all about providing the best quality merch as well. I know GBRS have the best shirts you could ever ask for, and I'd love to replicate something along those lines of shirts and merch, right? Strong brands command premium prices and enjoy customer loyalty. That's 100%. You see it with Represent, you see it with GBRS, you see it with Under Armour. All those brands have great prices and all the customers are loyal to that brand. Customer retention strategies. So starting to think about and develop loyalty programs, implement point systems, potentially VIP tier, different tiers systems that people can be a part of, exclusive benefits for the repeat customers. So in order to build myself up, I should be thinking about all these loyalty programs, right? Personalization, use data to customize experiences, product recommendations, and communications. So this all falls on the Shopify store itself, and when someone comes onto the website, I need to be targeting them correctly to who they are and what they're about. Exceptional service, resolve issues quickly, exceed expectations, and create brand advocates. So this is something I need to stay consistent all the way up to the 7-figure mark, right? Another thing to be thinking about is the brand advocates. Who do I want to be a part and represent my brand? And they might have a big impact on what I'm about. Community building, foster connection between customers through events, groups, and shared values. So I've been a part of it before, but different, community engagements, different pop-ups, and going out there and giving my stickers to a bunch of people. a bit of Run Army events and different collab activities. But I would like to be a part of more of those. And we have a lot of veteran communities and brand events that we are a part of. And I think we've got some more things planned for the future. And I'm talking between different people. And hopefully that will be some exciting news, right? Financial management, something I need to constantly think about and make sure, because this is the bread and butter of how the business will be developing, right? So something potentially of 30% marketing budget, allocate for customer acquisition and retention, 25% to operations, making sure everything stays efficient, and quality control, making sure my inventory is always stocked up and that I'm able to fulfill those orders quickly, 25% into the reinvestment of the business itself. So always doing my best to invest into the business, and then all those opportunities that come from that, right? Track cash flow weekly, monitor key metrics monthly, and adjust quarterly. So I have an Excel document. Every purchase I make goes into the Excel, and I'll be able to keep track of it the best I can. Building that dream team, right? In leadership, I have different vision setters who maintain their strategic direction. Someone who can emulate and keep my style and ethic behind it all. That's something that I want when building my team. Marketing, growth drivers who attract and engage customers through both paid and organic. So I have a designated marketing team. The support, making sure people can reply to the emails fast, all my social media, reply to the DMs and the comments as fast as I can. And the operation, making sure people behind the scenes, if there's any errors that come on the Shopify store or on the paid ads, they'll be able to fix it and do their best at that, right? So hire for the culture and the skills, and then define the clear roles and expectations. But most of all, I want to make sure people have that great work ethic when hiring them. Future-proofing your success. Diversify revenue. So create multiple income streams, reduce dependency on single products or channels. So subscription processes, potentially different merch, all that kind of stuff. Expand markets, venture into new territories or demographics, adapt offerings to different needs. So what I'm talking about here is potentially having a physical store, seeing how that will be viable or if it will work. I'll also target different overseas people a lot more, because primarily I'm Australian based right now. Embrace innovation, stay ahead with emerging technologies, experiment with new business models. So there's always new AI coming out, so I'm always trying to test it and see if I can implement it in my business today. Build strategic partnerships, form alliances that provide competitive advantages and new opportunities. So I'm always looking at different and rising brands and different businesses that's coming up on Instagram, or even if I come across through the web, seeing if they can fit my needs and satisfy what I have to give. So I hope you've enjoyed this video about my plan and my thought process behind scaling to the 7 figures. I think the hardest part of building a business is just starting, and the hardest hurdle to get over as well is that 0 to 10k part. And if you can build up to the 100k, then I think for myself, without a doubt, hitting the 7 figures is inevitable. But I think I will get there. I just need to execute and put all these plans in place. But I hope you got something from it, and I hope you can follow me along on this journey to the 7-figure mark, right? If you want to stay up to date on my journey into this mark, subscribe down below. And as always, I'm Jaden Connolly. Thank you for watching.